Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 12:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Okay. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Everyone has a different risk profile, financial situation, etc. Please consult with a financial advisor. This video is intended for educational purposes only, as well as outlining my opinions, my entry exit points, so everyone kind of has a view of what I'm doing, as well as maybe learn something off it. So let's move forward. There's a Twitter link below, subscribe link below. I'm not going to go into gory details there. The graph allocation, as I mentioned yesterday, I went in 73 cents. I fulfilled a 100% fully allocated GRT position. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's see what happens. I don't have any entry points because I have all the risk capital that I want towards GRT in GRT, and I have no exit points right now because I can't even define one at this point. I'm going to continue to wait until I see better patterning in the Bitcoin market and in the relative strength of Bitcoin. So let's take a look. This is the graph. It's equal to Bitcoin multiplied by the strength of the graph to Bitcoin, inner strength. Well, GRT has been doing very well today in terms of the strength of Bitcoin. However, I mean, when I say doing well, I mean down only 0.5%. But then you look over at the Bitcoin benchmark and you can see that we're down. Let's take a look at the market just to understand what's going on. GRT BTC down 0.72%. Bitcoin down 4.5%. Meanwhile, overall GRT US dollar, obviously you add these two and you get 4.86%. So that means that Bitcoin's really moving the market today. And it's not just this one. It's plenty of other cryptos out there. So please don't make any mistake about it. The graph is one of many, if not all, cryptos getting battered today. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. What the hell is going on here? All right, so we're at Bitcoin is now 32,000. We went down as low as 31,000. Like I said, there's no way of perfectly knowing. I don't like that we're very close to this line. We wind up breaking it. It's not a good place, until we get better bearing here. This generally, I don't like this to see this, but I do see an area of support right around the 30,000 range in the event we drop down. We've already dropped down to 31,000. Let's just take a quicker look at what's going on here. And this is kind of a zoomed in view. Let me just put the auto on so everyone could see it. But this is where we're at. So as you can see, we have dropped down. This was our long-term support line, the green line. This is the shorter term support. Let's see if we can bounce off this shorter term. And we have. We actually went up down to 31,000. We're back up to 32. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know if we're going to trek over. This is a pretty volatile situation. Let's just take a look at the news so everyone understands what's going on with Bitcoin. A lot happened over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin facing fresh scrutiny from the UK. Why? Because they're trying to legitimize, the businesses, the crypto businesses, to ensure that they're complying with anti-money laundering standards, which, why not? I just think that cleaning up the act of these crypto businesses will help with meeting anti-money laundering standards, which would clean up the act of Bitcoin. Get the criminals out of the system. We don't need them. There's enough good money out there, more so than bad money. So it's okay to clean it up. Now let's take a couple of other things. So Bitcoin dips after Trump says the crypto seemed like a scam. All right, well, fair enough. But he's 70 plus years old, as is Biden, who's not fond of crypto either. Anyone over 70 is probably not going to like it because they've been around too long and they can't change their ways and their mind. And it's okay, because at some point, the younger generation gets older and we wind up inheriting all of the big old money that once was, as they flee off into the great unknown above. So all I'm saying here is that I'm not going to take anything here seriously. Seems like a scam. Who knows? He could have wound up buying some on the dip. We don't know. Another big piece of news is the Department of Justice yesterday came out talking about they recovered $2.3 million from the hackers that attacked the Colonial Pipeline. Well, a couple of questions I have is how did the FBI get into the wallet addresses? That's an interesting angle to understand. Unfortunately, that's not public information, but they found their crypto addresses. So that's kind of what's going on there. And, you know, in other news, politicians in Panama, Brazil, Argentina, look, this is getting countrywide adoption, particularly in Central and South America. I see this playing out big time. Why? Because they're trying to help the unbanked individual down in these countries, launching this Bitcoin network, the Lightning Network, so that they can. It's called Strike. It's like an application so that people can buy and sell and pay things with it. I'm not a big fan of the whole transactional aspect of Bitcoin, but I do believe that transactions and allowing them in big countries will start making these bigger countries considering them as reserves on their balance sheet, which is a bigger story to come. So that's kind of what's going on in Bitcoin. The relative strength of the graph is still within the range. Let's take a look. Remember what I said. This has been going on since the beginning of the year, all the way through. Acted as support. Now it's resistance. We have another line of support down here now at the 1900 and change level. So let's see how this plays out. I think we could handle this range for a bit. Just given the volatility of Bitcoin, honestly, I'm kind of optimistically surprised that the relative strength of the graph to Bitcoin is held up so well. So we'll continue to monitor this. Subscribe to Twitter. The link is below in the description. I'll continue to keep everyone updated. Hope everyone's having a good day. Take care.